What brought me to seek out Rhonda was that I was starting to drink more and more heavily and pretty much daily. And it was going in a direction that made me very nervous. And so I had done a lot of reading of other programs and looking into other things. And nothing seemed to strike me as something I wanted to do or try. And some of the things I did try didn't work. And then I was actually coming out of a bookstore and I saw a brochure that I picked up of alternative things like yoga and meditation. And I saw an advertisement for Rhonda's and the Lenair Healing Center. And when I read that and read some of the testimonials, it struck me as something that was very interesting. So I called Barry. Emotionally at that time, I would say probably depressed and anxious. I was frustrated. It was a very down time in my life and going, as I said, in a bad direction. I used to go out with my friends and party and drink, and it was happy, it was fun. And then I realized over time that I was drinking when I was not happy and doing it more alone and not going out to have a good time, but to kind of deaden my emotions. I read about a lot of things. I read about AA, I read about rational recovery. I love to read, so I looked into those and checked out websites. But things that I didn't like about them were that it was, you had to do them daily, or you'd be dealing with this problem for the rest of your life, or group therapy type things, none of which really appealed to me or interested me at all. I have a profession. I've been living in my hometown for my entire life, and I wanted something more private and hopefully, if possible, more that might be quicker to resolve the issue. The center itself is peaceful and it's very calming. The center is in the middle of this large farm area, and it was very private when I arrived. My feeling when I first arrived there, I was very anxious. I had really no idea, other than having read in the brochure about what the result would be. I didn't know what it would be like. So I arrived at the center and pressed the button. Barry said, I'll be right up and I'll buzz you in. And then just would sit in this waiting area, read some materials that they gave me, and then Barry came out and spoke to me for about 10 or 15 minutes, explained what would happen. Barry said to me, just kind of described what would happen in terms of that session and the next couple sessions, what Rhonda would say to me and what she would do. And then he described kind of how the transformation would happen within me, and that it was really effortless. There was nothing I had to do. And if I didn't, I didn't have to worry about what was said or remembering what was said. It would just happen internally. It was like flipping a switch. I never thought about drinking again from that first session. It never came up. And it's been almost 2 years. I've had a lot of positive changes. First of all, since I don't drink, that's just a huge amount of time and effort out of my life. I don't think about drinking. I don't think about going to buy anything. I don't spend the money for anything. I've dropped 35 pounds, which was just as a natural result of eating and drinking better. I sleep better. I interact with my family and my kids better. I'm much more active because I feel better and I have more time on my hands. And I'm better at work too, because I can concentrate on work and not have to worry about these other problems. I'm much, much happier also now. It's just this huge amount of time and effort, let alone ill health, that has just been removed from my life. Before I met Rhonda, I was, in a sense, desperate and afraid. I had done a lot of reading of materials, and I looked and I just couldn't figure out how to stop drinking, which was creating more problems in my life. And I didn't know any way out. After I came to the center and met Barry and Rhonda, that all changed. I got healthier, I got more relaxed, more calm, and have been able to enjoy life in a way that I hadn't for more than 5 to 10 years before that. Rhonda has, I would just have to say, it's a unique ability, a miraculous gift to be able to help people. I do not understand it. I don't even I don't even try to understand it anymore, but it works. And she just gives that, she gave me back my life. I said to Barry and to Rhonda in more than one email over the last 2 years that I would not be alive today but for them.